2, 1, 0. 1 second early. Y'all can kiss my ass. Take that, suckers. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life BBQ podcast. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's the podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. What is going on this blistering, blazes hot day, which they're claiming tomorrow is supposed to be fucking worse. But anyway, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. I am dead balls tired. But let's get into it. Today's episode brought to you by the award-winning Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say, guys? Uncle Steve, incredible guy, true gentleman, incredible line of seasonings, 18 to be specific. The original, the Gator Shake, sweet and spicy, the competition line, the magic ribs. And y'all, on the competition line, make sure you check out that competition bird shake and competition cow shake. Just saying. We'll get into it later. And the sweet dessert shake and also the sauce with no name. Incredible customer service. You make a phone call, you call, he's answering. Email, he's the one responding. He's mixing the shake. He's bottling the shake. He's labeling the shake. He's shipping the shake. He does it all. He wears all the hats. And he, if he has a question about your order, he might even reach out to you because he just wants you to be that satisfied with everything you got going on. So check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and follow along on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation. Uncle Steve Shake, shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the Diamond of Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job. The meat selection is tremendous. Need a specific thickness cut? Gabriel's got you covered. You need something he might not have, he'll work with you to get it out. Fresh produce brought in daily. All us competition and backyarders, he's got us covered. Multiple lines of rubs, seasonings, sauces, injections, including the Joe's Meat Market house line. Smoky wood barbecue products, splits, chips, chunks, pellets. And while you're there, you're feeling a little hungry, got you covered too. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter whipping up some of the freshest authentic Mexican cuisine out there. So if you're ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, swing by Joe's Meat Market in Royce City and tell them I sent you. Joe's Meat Market for the win. I think Dutch just texted me. He's watching the show, flipping me off. Let's hold on to this, please. Let's see. That is exactly what he's doing.
Of course he is.
Love you too, Dutch. Love you too, Dutch. And last but not least, brought to you by the Champions Barbecue Alliance, Big Dog Sauce Company, and Matt's Backyard Barbecue present the New England Triple Crown. Well, folks, if you were interested in competing for the Triple Crown, try again next year because we are here tonight to talk about the first leg of said Triple Crown that has been ended about 26 hours ago, maybe 28. Anyway, close enough. Just this past weekend, we have Rhode Island coming up this weekend, followed by New Hampshire at the last weekend in July, and then a few ones. I think one before in Fall River. But it's kicked off. It is alive, well, and humming. So we're going to get into it for this past weekend, and who better to do it but the man, one of the men who is running the show from Q Shanty, our dear friend Rico Pasquale. Hi, buddy.
What is up, Mr. Mags?
Long time no see, man. I haven't seen you in ages.
I don't know. I think we were just parked next to each other 26 hours ago.
Something like that. Yep. For a nice 3-day stretch.
Yep.
Wonderful times, man. Wonderful times.
With a little bit of rain. It wouldn't be a rain because Matt was there, so there had to be some rain, right?
My goddamn tent got flooded. All my shit soaked. It all flowed down. Flooded tent flowed down to my backpack. I went to have JJ go get me a T-shirt for awards. He goes, "You're not gonna like this." I'm like, what? He goes, "Everything's wet." So I had a dry one in the car.
It probably didn't help that my AC was dripping down right where your tent was too.
That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with it. I'm telling you, dude, it was coming. I woke up for Sunday morning. It had a shower came through Saturday night,
which was fine. That was it. That was
a little after 10, 5-minute shower, nothing big. Alarm went off at 4:00 yesterday morning to get up, go light the pit, get everything ready, and get the meat on. It was the alarm's going off, and I hear it because I wound up moving 3 different places and wound up in the back of my Blazer. But it was knee pressure thing. I'm old, Rico. It's a whole process.
I got the luxury life now.
You do. And if I was even smart enough, I just would have went in and opened the door and fell asleep on the couch by the table there, wrapped myself up in a curl and around the table, and you wouldn't even know I was there.
You probably could have. It would have been okay.
Could have. But yeah, it started raining 4:00. I get out. I get about halfway up the walkway back to the site because I moved the car probably 100 yards away.
Not even, probably 50.
The skies just opened. I literally turned around and went back to the car, got my raincoat, and came back and started getting everything going. But yeah, it rained, poured solid hour and a half. That was, like I said, it was 4:00. I lit Miss Mary at 5. And when I was lighting her, the sky was lit up. The light show that was going on then, and of course I'm standing next to a 1,000-pound piece of steel. Hey, okay, what can go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
But yeah, then it cleared out and time to fire them up and got into it. So let's jump in real quick before we get there. Check in to see who is joining us. I know Bat was the first one in. What's up?
What's up?
What's going on? Me telling people to kiss my ass. Matt Pereira, what's happening? Daddy Dutch, Matt Pereira, Cracker Barrel Barbecue. Oh, look, Life Barbecue is on time. You son of a bitch. And luckily for everybody, I know exactly who Cracker Barrel is. And at the same time, he is also in the chat. So y'all figure that out. Judge Webb, what's happening? Jeff, Waypoint Barbecue, what's up? Carlos, brother, what's up?
What's up,
Steven
Carlos?
Fife just made it home. What's happening, Brain? Carlos, yeah, the rain woke him up at the hotel room. Yeah, it was wild. Ryan Newland, 3rd place, is the second loser. Gotta love my buddy there. Gotta love Mr. Newland. Hey, well, 3rd place is the second loser. Well, maybe if you wanted me to be the first winner, you might build a better pit, numbnuts.
Oh, hold on.
Just saying.
But you are first place in the points chase right now for our Triple Crown. So you do have one first. You are still the very top of something.
Suck that, Newland. I love you, buddy. We've been chatting all day as I was running errands. So, Rico,
What's up?
Let's talk about it, brother. I know how I'm feeling this morning. You gotta be worse than I am because you were going nonstop. Okay, well, let's put it this way. I pulled into Rutland, Vermont, right about 10 minutes, 12 or something on Friday afternoon.
Yep.
And as I'm pulling in, I just see this pale white streak with a beard shooting from one end of the fairgrounds all the way over to jump in front of my car. And it was you. And you've been non-stop since then. But I'll go even further. You were nonstop from Friday, but you and Matt have been nonstop for a minimum of 8 months
Yeah.
in getting this set up. And now getting this event in this year planned. Now this also started almost over a year ago.
Nope. Be a year. Be the year. Be a year. The day after. It was a year from about maybe a little year and a month for us in the getting CBA. But be from our first competition to which will be our third will be exactly 1 year.
1 year. Okay.
Because we had our first one the week after 4th, the weekend of 4th of July, and then this one we're having it basically the week before the 4th. So right about a year, we're gonna have our first 3 events that we've done CBA wise.
Okay. Oh, and there's Buddy. What's up, brother? The RGC man himself from Big Boy Barbecue. We're still flying. Our flight got delayed from 3:45 to 7 o'clock. We don't land till 9:30 Central. Damn it, buddy. Because he got delayed on the way in too, right?
I think so. He cannot catch a break.
If I'm not mistaken. He can't catch a break. Well, an RGC is a pretty good break.
Hold on.
But we'll get into that. Come on.
Hold on. But whose equipment did the RGC off of?
Chances are yours.
Yep.
Buddy, you got anything on this one? You want to bust chops on him? Feel free. We're not regulated. But yeah, back to this weekend, you were nonstop from the time I pulled into that parking lot to the time you packed up everything and hit the road.
Yep.
How, in your opinion, I have my opinion. Lots of guys have their opinion. We're all of the same opinion.
So,
how is your opinion on the weekend as a whole?
So the weekend as a whole was great. Raising money for the foundation, the Josh Plotty house or whatever they had for their fundraiser was great. It was a lot of work. Not gonna lie. I on Friday my steps was over 35,000.
I got up. God damn it, buddy! You almost cost me a laptop. Son of a bitch! Don't give me a heads up on that before. Oh, fuck.
Yep. A lot of it was done off her drum. Yep, it was.
Zing! I love it. I think I have another new best friend in Buddy. Oh, what a great guy! What a great guy!
Yeah, it was 35,000 steps from 11 o'clock until I probably went to bed about midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday was a learning day, not going to lie, because we had a little mishap with the router right before we were trying to get phones situated. Phones in the router did not want to connect. But then after that, getting back into the swing of running the room was great. I mean, I had to get all the pre-jitters out, so it was good to have the jackpot for steak and the kids queue. And then seeing our buddy Braden win kids queue was a whole another emotional roller coaster that you would not believe. And just seeing his face light up when he heard his song, I think that was the highlight of everybody's thing. Seeing him see him start crying, but then getting his little shake on to get up to get moving to get his trophy. I think that was one of the highlights, or is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
highlight of this barbecue career.
yeah. That the kids queue was amazing. Um, I knew what the deal was going into it. I knew, how many kids were going to be there. So
It
I
was,
knew I
he had
knew
a 50-50
exactly what was
shot.
going to happen.
He had a 50,
Yeah,
and it was against
but
your own
I
kid.
didn't because my son JJ, or your new nephew apparently,
Yup.
um he was cooking, but he didn't know how many kids or whatever. And I wasn't going to tell him because I wanted to see it. The reaction to face when you get your song and everything.
But JJ was humble though, even taking second place, or you want to call last place for Kids Q. He was
Yeah,
still humble and was right there next to Braden the whole entire time and
yeah,
congratulating him, and then just seeing everybody was all crying. So that's why
yeah.
I'm happy we did steak first and then we did Kids Q on this one, just because he had basically everyone in there crying.
Oh, everybody was in tears when Braden, Braden put us with me and Carlos. This was been in the works since last July, and when I signed up for the triple, I asked both of them. I asked JJ and I asked Harley. I go, hey, y'all want to cook the kids queue? And they both said no. Okay, fine. So that opens me up to bring Braden in. So we got Braden in, and we were talking about the contests and everything, and we were talking about the kids queue, and of course, then JJ pipes up. Oh, hey, I'll cook. What? Where the hell were you you said no when I asked you before? Well, I go, well, we'll see. If there's a team that wants to host the kid, we'll get you in with it. I'm not promising nothing. But anyway, JJ got teamed up with Dan and Kristen from 16 Mesh, great people.
Yep.
And the boys went head to head. And they had both of them put on a show. Because what was the number? It was one of these. It was literally splitting hairs, wasn't it?
0.14.
0.14 difference in the score for these two young men. And yeah, it was incredible. Everybody enjoyed both of them cooking, and Braden. Yeah, you ever see a bunch of burly, beer drinking, whiskey swilling guys break down in tears?
You would.
Every
You will when
single
you see
one of
him.
them. Every single one of them. And yeah, Matt's going, that video clip of him winning has got over 5,000 views from people that don't follow Matt. But yeah, it's out there on the social medias. Everybody will find it. Hi, Heidi. Daddy Dutch, my allergies flared up for Braden. Absolutely. And Carlos, it was my highlight for sure. Then Carlos goes, I can't believe I boxed it wrong. It happened. So we're boxing the wings.
Yep.
Okay. We just want to, have him doing as much as he could have done
with his limited ability. Yep.
With the limited ability. So we got the box in. We got him laying the foil down and got him literally placing the wings. And okay, reach a little further for this. And there it is. And you see him feeling for it. Grabbed it, put it in, laid the box out. We closed the lid, and I'm standing. Carlos is over his right shoulder. I'm over his left shoulder. And I go, oh! Carlos, what? The box is upside down.
Okay.
We look, oh, shit. Lo and behold.
Your kid did the same thing.
Found out afterwards Dan and Kristen did the same thing with JJ. They both of them went boxed upside down. Oh my god, it was freaking hilarious. Tim Rogers, what's up? Lep, what's happening? What there was one. What did I see? Oh, brother Steven, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Heidi, JJ was a rock star cooking. JJ was so happy about his award that he left his trophy on his head for 44 minutes. He did. He sat there Sunday and on a dare and didn't move and had the trophy sitting on his head for 44 minutes. Then he kind of lost it. But
I have the picture somewhere.
Both. Oh yeah, I got a picture of him with the thing flipping me off.
Yep.
But yeah, the Kiss Q was amazing. Both of them were champs, and it was just a great time. Great time. It was great meeting everybody. For the first time. Obviously, our Texas brothers came up, and I had already met Ronald and Stephen Pfeiffer beforehand.
Yep.
So this was the first time I met Buddy, met Robert,
Dustin.
Dustin. That was the first time I met those guys, and true gentlemen. We had a great time together, and yeah, they were thrilled about it, and they're definitely probably going to come back at a later time.
Oh yeah.
We'll try to set something up to head down there, and it was great to see. And so, what else did we do between Friday and Saturday before we get into the business of Sunday? We had the vending, a few of us vending, and the festival on Saturday.
You had vending. You vended 28 racks of ribs.
28 racks of ribs, yeah. Yep.
And somehow, but some way, your poker chips were missing yesterday when they went to go collect them.
Were they?
Yes. Where'd you put them?
I have no freaking idea. Nothing on there. It was sitting there on a Sunday. It was sitting on my table. It's comp day. Get these fucking things out of the way. So they got tucked behind something.
Well, you probably threw them out knowing you.
Possibly.
So yeah, the vending, seeing the people was great. It was a great Saturday. There was tons of people walking by, asking questions. We in the judging room, we had 6 very nice, very polite judges who came in to judge, which was great. They were part of the VIPs from the VIP dinner or tasting they did.
Okay, yeah.
So 6 of them actually judged the event, and it was great. I mean, we had a fun weekend of cooking for you guys, for me running around with my head chopped off, but that was okay. But it was a weekend that, as me who normally cooks, it's very eye-opening to see what everyone else feels the same pressure when we're cooking. And I didn't have the pressure of cooking, but I had the pressure to make sure every score was going in right, because I would not want to be that person that when I'm doing all our stuff's done on phones, but trying to make sure I put the songs in correctly for when you go through your walks, because I don't want to hit that wrong song and then it's not that person. They're 1 or 2 before it or after them. So that's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But then it was fun Saturday for the steaks, seeing all different kinds of steaks coming in, because that steak category was open. So you saw ribeyes, you saw New York strips. Looked like someone did put a filet mignon in the box. So you saw different things. You could see thick steaks to small steaks. You saw everything. So it's kind of cool to see that. And my good friends from Humphrey's Barbecue actually won the steak cook-off. So that was awesome to see for their first ever CBA event, coming away with a first place in steak. That was awesome.
Yep. Hold on, I just got to grab my score sheet here,
because
I do have an I do have an issue with the judging, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
What'd you get for a comment?
No, not a comment. Well, I did get one. It kind of the Texas, the brisket taste and texture. No, needs more flavor, oily. But I got 10.99. That was my score from him. So didn't like it that bad. But no. I have an issue on my steak.
Okay, let's
score.
I'm looking.
I finished too high.
Finished too high. Why? You should have been last place.
I finished too high. I should have been dead ass last place. That steak was trash. So these judges, I don't know. No, I literally grabbed a steak from Market Basket. I grabbed a New York strip. That was it. Cheapest one I could find.
Yep.
And put it on the grill and left it there 2 minutes. Obviously, that was 2 minutes too fucking long. The bottom's charred. Flip it. Put it in the box.
Okay.
But no, I figured that was yeah. I believe that I got scored improperly and I should have been in last place.
Okay. It's better than what I did to Pat, though. I told him that day he's cooking steak because there was 13 people signed up for steak, and there was, at that point in time, there was 16 teams like Pat, making it even 14, so I can run 2 tables and be able to do it efficiently. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
everyone got the same amount of samples, so I was trying to be efficient. He goes, all right, I'll do it. He had nothing to cook a steak with. He just kind of threw it on his rec tech, he told me, and was like, yeah, I think it's done. And put it in the box.
That's it. But no, it was definitely fun.
Yeah. And then you move on to Sunday. I think the highlight of that room for most people was because I was very serious face, trying to do my job, but I had our comedian, Chris Kimball, in the room, making everybody laugh, like making it fun atmosphere. Like I was making it fun, but Chris is a big goofball in his own right. And
absolutely.
We love him to death. But he brought a extra set of hands, which is something I needed because Sunday was a day where Rhonda Pfeiffer came up from Texas to be there for me as support. But I didn't want Sunday, she said to me, is all you. So I asked her just to stay for chicken and ribs. Just don't talk, just look and make sure I'm doing it properly. And if there's a critique, please critique me. But don't, I'm trying to still learn everything. And I had Chris come, I said to Chris, I know you normally cook with them, but with your brother, Kristen, Dan, your father, but I think you would be better off helping me in the room just because it would be. Mm-hmm. He likes the other side. He likes talking to everybody. So I was like, oh, perfect fit for him. And it actually worked out really cool because we had about 6 judges who judged every category because they were VIP judges from the foundations and all that stuff. But then we had 6 random people every single time coming in and out. So he would make each and every single one of them laugh. Just being crazy Chris that we all love.
Yeah, beauty. Reggie Q, what's happening? Larry Vaughn, what's happening, brother? Yeah.
But yeah. Then we go to songs.
Day. That we do. Awards start.
Okay, before we start, Robert Smith's song got changed by Stephen Pfeiffer.
I know, I was laughing my ass off. And the worst part about it is I was there. No, he did. I was there Saturday night. Once Claudia got there, Claudia came in.
Yep.
Saturday night. and got her settled in, and then we started walking around. So we went over to see Matt and Heidi and Dan and Kristen and everybody. And behind Dan and Kristen were
Was the
Texas crew.
Was the compound.
Yeah. And so they were just coming back
from dinner.
So they came over and we're having drinks and hooting and hollering and all that. And Steven literally said to him, we changed your walk-up song. Someone asked, well, what's your walk-up song? He said this. He goes, nope, changed it. He goes, what? No, he didn't. He goes, yes, I changed it. And what did he change it to? I remember. Was it a Lionel Richie song or
just
somewhere along those things? Just the two of us. So first, so Stephen told Robert on Saturday night.
Yes.
So whether anybody was really understanding what everybody was saying or not, I can either confirm or deny. But we'll just say to come for the chicken calls.
When he got the chicken call, he's looking over, like trying to figure out whose song is this?
And Robert is just sitting there going back and forth, waiting for somebody to get out of the thing. Steven Pfeiffer is sitting literally behind him on the picnic table. I am slightly off from Steven, so I'm watching the whole thing. Steven's there laughing his barrel rolling his ass off because Robert, the song's just playing, and Matt is sitting there at the with the microphone going, is someone going to walk up here?
Yep.
Robert's there going, then finally Steven goes, I told you, you idiot, I changed the song. That's you. Get up there.
Yep.
Gave him a push. And every call, it was the same thing because he didn't remember. There was always a delay in him realizing he got a call because of the song. But yes, no, I can confirm that he was notified.
Oh, I get that.
But yeah, so you have all the songs. Obviously, that's the one of the things that's different. You get a walk-up song. Your song starts playing X amount of period of time. Then your name gets called. So you got it. You can start walking. And as you're walking, Matt will announce your name, which is fun. Everybody loved it. It's just a good time. It just adds to the atmosphere of the whole thing because you're sitting there in anticipation of a song first. Then you kind of people you haven't cooked with, you're getting the song and you're like, "Ooh, I wonder who this is." Then you figure out who it is, and then you're like, "Ooh, why'd you pick that song?" It's fun. It's fun. So yeah, so the chicken gets called. And you're just sitting there and you're giggling in your ass because you got all the answers to the test.
Yep.
Right? So, what did we call 10-9, then 8 through 1 come on up, right? Was that how it was done?
So you did 10-9 was just we did a little blurb of the song.
No.
Did a quick call, and then from 8 to 1 you got paid, so you came up, you got your trophy, did all that, and your song played until after the picture was taken.
Yeah. Good times. So 8 gets called, 7 gets called, 6, 5, 4, 3. Then it's time for number 2 in chicken.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you just hear that dirty riff from Mr. Uncle Ted Nugent, Stranglehold.
Yep.
Followed by Pit Life Barbecue. Second place chicken. All the love and respect going out to my brother Carlos. Carlos cooked the chicken. Incredible chicken. The best chicken I've ever had. incredible job. He worked his ass off on that chicken, and it showed. It showed. So hats off to my boy Carlos for getting us the second place chicken. Absolutely incredible. But what were some of your favorite calls, I suppose, throughout the day? Were there any that you were expecting that,
No, I think
or
the best
reactions
one.
from people?
I think the best one was ribs. Our sixth place call from Two Peas in a Pod, when Matt couldn't even say that it was Heidi because he was bawling it. His allergies were acting up.
Absolutely.
I think that
Mama
was
had a
great.
hell of a cook for herself.
Yep, she did. She got two great calls, and then she did all right for her first one. Everyone was proud. It was great to see teams who have never even looked at a CBA thing and come out and try our events. That was a great highlight in itself. I mean, you had the American Barbecue Company get some great calls. We had Cyclone, our Canadian brothers, come down from Canada, and they never cooked the CBA and took fourth overall. That was great. And then you had Humphreys for their first CBA, took fifth overall, which was amazing to see. And then we had some teams. Then we had our Texas teams that just cleaned house on all borrowed equipment, shipping stuff up here, so they had it up here. Thought we were gonna miss stuff
Carrying on frozen meat.
Yeah,
in backpacks on the planes through
and
TSA.
Robert Smith, we think, broke the record for the heaviest bag.
82 pounds?
Yeah.
Yep. Of frozen, 82 pounds of frozen meat.
No, that was all the supplies.
That was the supply bag. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because he went into the trailer and just started dumping out drawers into his bag.
Dumping drawers. Oh. Hey. But he got it. He got it.
Yep, he did.
Yep. So that was chicken. We get into ribs. And we'll just fast forward a little bit here.
Chicken. If we go by our chicken and ribs, our buddy Big Boys Barbecue took home both first places.
Yep, buddy. Yep.
If we go ribs, Texas teams cleaned house, top three. Big Boys, Twisted Flames, and First Class from Robert Smith.
Yep.
With very high and great scores.
Yeah. We did not get a call in ribs. We had an 11th place rib
with a 186.86. You were very close from a call, like a half a point away.
Half a point away from the call, but so it was a half a point away from a 10th place call. But we still got paid, baby.
Yes, you did.
With that 11th place rib, Carlos and I hit the Kiss Your Sister pot for a cool $300 cash.
Yep.
So that was nice.
Yep. And I took the envelope away from you to make you walk up the stage.
That you did, because I said that to me. You go, you sneaky bastard. You could have just told me to keep it. But no, you didn't. You played it fair. You played it straight. You're not going to know this because I was in charge. I took on the task of, going around to all the teams. Hey, you want in on this or not? And collecting all the money and all that. But yeah, the Kiss Your Sister was cool, $300. And ribs was chosen on Sunday morning. And lo and behold, 11th place rib. Let's go.
Yep.
Like a little gas money, you know what I mean? And then we get into pork. And we had a the 13th place pork, and it was a beautiful box. It was a beautiful box. I thought the pork was very good. Carlos wasn't exactly thrilled with it. He was happy with it, but he thought it was a little tight. So, these things happen, man.
Yep, it does.
But it was delicious pork, great looking. But he, like I said, sometimes you get a little thing.
Yep.
So 13th place, that's what we got on that one.
Yep. Yeah. Top three.
I just undercooked it a bit. Knew it wasn't going to walk. Yeah. So sometimes you just know that. Okay, this one good. And like I said, it was good. It was good pork box. It was a beautiful box. The trimming he did on the money muscles. Oh my God, they were damn near perfect circles.
Wow.
It was phenomenal trim job. I'm like, holy cow, man. Yeah, just precision knife work he had on those. Unbelievable. But hey, this is why we call it competing. It's not called winning. It's all up. It's not. All we can do is put it in the box, and after that, it ain't up to us.
Nope, it's up to 6 people at a table's opinion on what they think's good and what they think's bad.
Yeah. Yep. So that was on that one. Then we get into brisket, the final thing, and still back at pork.
Yep.
Okay. While we were waiting for pork turn in, some of us were eagerly glued to our cell phone devices, computers, laptops, smoke signals, abacuses, whatever got reception. We were on that because there was a little side thing going on out in New York, another contest, and we were doing the math going up to the contest, and if one particular team would have won that contest, made our 50-50 in Vermont an automatic that day. So within an hour and 15 minutes of naming our grand champion, it came through that we were no longer a 50-50 and we were officially an automatic for the Jack Daniels.
Yep, we were.
So that was exciting at that time.
We'll get
that came down just before turn-in. Okay, so we'll get that, mark that. We'll go through this and get back to that one. Brisket.
So brisket's always a tough category for a lot of teams. And a lot of these teams, it was a little bit different because it was a 2:50 to 3 o'clock turn in, and you're normally turning brisket in for KCBS at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole hour, like an hour and 20-minute time difference for a brisket turn in.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. Yeah. So it's a little different for these guys because you're not used to. A lot of people are used to a program. Up here, we're so used to KCBS that everyone has a timeline. So people had to shift brisket around just a little bit, but it showed that people are ready to rise to the occasion. You had Humphreys took 9th place. You had Barnyard Rebel took 8th. Meshies took 7th. Big Boys was 6th. You had Cyclone at 5th. 4th was Two Little Pigs. 3rd was our buddy Robert from First Class. 2nd was American Barbecue Company. And
and hold on before you say that. Like you were saying, changing the timelines for the brisket. And our brisket cook, that extra time we needed because it was changing the timelines. And this was the first CBA contest I've ever cooked. So I was talking to Carlos on Saturday about, the timeline. Normally, I start my brisket this time. I go, it's usually a lot bigger than what we're cooking. I go, I'm thinking about starting that about getting the brisket on at 6 o'clock. He goes, no, I think that'll be fantastic. That'll work right. We needed that entire extra time for that brisket because she was just tight. And the closer we got, she kept loosening. And finally it was time to go. Put in slices and burnt ends in the box, and we let it fly. And the worst thing about it is, I don't think there is actually a picture of said box.
Did
I
you
don't
even?
think anybody. I
Did
don't
you
think
taste
anybody.
that box?
Yes, we tasted that box. Yep. And oh yeah, we cranked that pit on riot mode. Oh yeah, we jacked her up, boy. It's you get pulling through that stall. But it was we tasted it, and we actually had two decisions of it was either literally you took the brisket, turned it sideways. It was either is it the right side going in or the left side going in.
Wow.
That was it. So we tasted the right side, tasted the left side. Boom, the right side's the better one. Put it in the box. And then I was just very happy with the burnt ends. So put two rows of burnt ends, and then the slices, and walked it on over. And then, lo and behold, first place gets called. Brisket is my nemesis. Never a brisket call. Actually, never a call. Okay? In a sanctioned event. Brisket nemesis. Bottom of the barrel. All ones I cook. I can cook briskets like a motherfucker out here at the coming in. Who's sneaking in? You're getting them on camera without them knowing.
My father, he's trying to sneak in. So.
But yeah, bottom of the barrel both times. First place brisket. I'm waiting for you to hit the button. And you waited, and you waited. Then you hit the button. And you just hit and I just look over, slow motion to Carlos on my left, and he is charging. He's like, yo! First place brisket, baby.
Oh yeah.
Those burnt ends were money. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Yeah, I nailed that brisket. It was. Oh, Carlos does have it. Oh, beautiful. Thanks to you. She picked it. Oh, yeah. She picked the right side. Yeah. Because he completely threw me off because I had the right side to pick or the left side to pick. And I love a little fat on my brisket. And the left side had some more fat on the brisket. So I'm like, But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, the right side definitely. But no, actually, Mrs. Mag said, no, that's it. Fine. It's the right side. It's the best. Okay, done. In the box. Put it. Send it. First place brisket. Oh, my God. I shit myself. It actually hasn't really set in yet. Going, did that actually happen? First place brisket. Like I said, I have cooked competition briskets that I wouldn't feed the dogs because they're worthy of much more. So to go from, call it a 35th brisket, the last competition, to first, and perfect time, and thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Carlos. that got
Yep.
blocked. There you go.
Beautiful
That's it right
box.
there. And it was good. But yeah, first place brisket, and then to get the call third overall.
We're gonna get there. I thought we were gonna go through our top 10 overall.
Top 10 overall. Top 10. Sorry, I jumped again.
So we had
Hi, chef.
So top 10, we had Hot Mess, we had Twisted Flames, Dustin, Two Little Pigs, 16 Mesh, American Barbecue Company. We had Humphreys at 5th, Cyclone at 4th, you at 3rd.
Yep.
And then we go to our friends from down south. They were hugging each other, waiting because both of them knew it was either one of those two getting that final call. And Buddy's song gets played for second. And then, did I hear that Mr. Robert Smith threw his beer up in the air?
Mr. Robert Smith allegedly threw his beer up in the air. So I heard.
Yep.
People listening as my head is going up and down in a frantic rate. Beer went here, cigarette went there, and arms went around Buddy.
Yep. And
it's funny. He knew his song on that one.
Yeah, but halfway through his walk, I changed it back to his original song.
Yeah, and completely threw.
But it was humble to hear Robert's side of that. It's taken him 25 years to get to the Jack.
Yeah.
So it shows everybody who's been out there competing for a very long time. You might not make it right away, but you'll get there hopefully at one point in time. You can probably make it there.
Yeah. Greg Pino, it went into orbit.
Yep.
Heidi. Beer in the air like a rocket.
Because remember, I didn't see anybody's reactions because I was facing towards Matt, making sure everything's getting done.
Yeah, he was, but yeah, 25 years. And he comes up here and gets it done. So I'm thrilled for him. You know, it was amazing. And, you know, Steven was going bananas. All of them. Dustin was going nuts. Buddy was going nuts. We were all going nuts over it. You know, great call, great deserved. And yeah, Robert, you know, if you listen to this after the fact, you know, you deserve it, brother.
Oh, yes, you do.
To get to the Jack, no problem. And I'm glad to say that we got to personally meet you the day you did it.
I want to say my first competition repping, and he's going to the Jack. That's another thing that's funny.
Yeah, right?
Because when I was down in Texas, when I was doing my shadowing of Rhonda, I was talking it up for him to get up here because it was a 50-50 shot to get to the Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. And to have that 50-50 change literally in the middle of turn-ins.
Yep.
To automatic. Now, you had said something about pork. There was another something about pork you were going to go back to.
Pork. No, it's overall. Because it was overall. Because if we look at our score, Robert Smith did not just take a GC, he also took the 777 Club, which is like this KCBS 700 Club.
So he hit the 777 on pork?
No, it's overalls.
Oh, overalls.
Because he finished with the 780.
Oh, did he now?
Yep.
I suppose he did, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
7.72.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, then Buddy in second with 773.64. Then us at 762.58.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
So you ready to do it all over again this week, Mags?
Yeah, I'm good to go. No, I'm not good to go. I am, but I'm not.
Yep.
I'm good to go. Went out, got my chicken and everything today. We're
Nice.
good. We're good to go. It was just I got everything cleaned out, emptied. I filled all the rubs and sauces and miscellaneous stuff. I just threw that in the Yeti, packed that, and it was just hot as blazes. I couldn't sit out there in the garage and go through everything. So
Yep.
I'll go through that maybe Wednesday night. It's supposed to be cooler and
Did you get home
repack it all
today?
up.
Did you get home today or last night?
No, I wound up getting home last night.
What time did you end up getting home?
About 11:30.
Oh, so we go home right about the same time.
Yeah, and I still had everything to break down when y'all left. But yeah, it was so done. Matt and Heidi took off, went to the hotel. All the Texas guys, they all went out to dinner again, celebrating, and we're like, oh, I'm like, something to hell with it. Let me just pack it all up, and away I went.
Nice.
Sat there and talked to Greg Lip Brisket.
Yep.
And him and Jay, and for a bit, and then took off. And as I was ready to take off, the boys came back. They all came back from dinner. So pulled up, stopped off, said, hey, it was great finally meeting you guys. And I hope, your time up here, was great. We all strive for the hospitality that y'all, give us whenever we come down to Texas. We, just wanted everything to go smooth and everything you wanted. I know, Heidi. I know you asked to help me, but you guys were doing your own stuff and loading the trailer up too. You didn't need to sit there and help me. But no, I got it done and away I went. Got home 11:30. By 11:32 I was in the shower.
Yep.
But no, it was great, and I'm pretty much ready. Just got to do a little bit of organizing, but I restocked everything today.
Nice.
Grabbed my chicken, restocked some sauces that I needed, and yeah, we're good to go. Got some of my racks degreasing in the sink as we speak,
Nice.
and then just put everything back to where it's supposed to be, and away we go for Friday morning.
Yep. I'll be there probably after. I'm gonna be after work on Friday, most likely.
Yeah.
Because
Mrs. Maggs probably demanded he hit the shower. Yeah, no, she didn't demand at all. I just wanted one.
I get that.
I didn't even have the hose set up to even prison yard friggin' shower.
You could have just got Christian inside the smoker. It's okay.
Hey.
Or when it was raining, you could just grab your bar of soap and just gave yourself a nice little rain shower.
I did. I couldn't find the soap, but I was in the middle. Dude, it was 4:00 in the morning. I'm the only one fucking around. I literally sat there in my shorts in the middle of the field, like who's the guy from Shawshank Redemption at the end there when it's raining and he's sitting there with the arms out.
Oh,
Freedom.
yep.
That was me in the middle of the Vermont State Fairgrounds in the pouring rain with a pair of basketball shorts on and no shirt, just getting soaked and literally lathering up air.
Oh my god.
Just to get any type of funk off.
Yep.
Sorry, Miss Libby. But no, it was all good, and I can't wait to do it again. Like I said, it's Monday, cleaning everything out, and that's what I thought this afternoon. I'm like, oh, I only got 3 more days, and we got to do this again.
Yep.
This could be a problem.
Yep. Oh,
This could be a problem.
3 days. Gotta make couple more Excel sheets myself just for all my stuff, and then
Yeah.
start printing out QR codes eventually for this event.
Yeah. And what do we have to look forward to in Rhode Island? The one thing I do know for a fact we have is, like you said, Carlos and I were cooking this weekend, but we will not be cooking together next weekend. Carlos is cooking for the
Texas Chrome.
Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation,
Yep.
and he is going to be paired up with a fellow veteran from the Connecticut area. And if I'm not mistaken, that Carlos and this gentleman actually served together. And so that's going to be absolutely wonderful, because that's what Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation does with its veterans, to bring them out to cook-offs and, you know, anything they do for our veterans is
Yep.
game on. So I know we have that to look forward to in meeting this gentleman who is looking to get into what we all love doing. He's only coming on Sunday. That's okay. That's okay. We'll find time
Yep.
and meet him, and he's in good hands.
Yes.
He's
We
in
have
good hands with
we right now, as of just when I just checked, we have 22 teams signed up.
22. Nice.
Yep.
Very good. Very
Carlos,
good.
that's including you, even though you're not on my paperwork yet. But we know you and Mag split up, so you're already kind of in my little Excel sheet I made for myself. But
Nice.
we have a couple of Texas teams. We have a whole bunch of New England teams. Some of the same faces you can see from last weekend. It's going to be a fun time.
Yep.
Then we have a couple of friends of ours who went out to New York last week and coming to cook our CBA this week. We have two great jackpots this weekend. We have Chef's Choice, which is you can put whatever the hell you want on that platter or box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not 100% sure yet, because I've heard if they have a platter with the QR code on something, I can still scan and leave with that and still be able to write a box number on. They can do that as well. And then we have Kids Q, which is going to be New York strip steaks.
New York strip steaks.
And I will be the one sponsoring the steaks for that.
Okay.
Because it's just with everybody not knowing every little thing. Right now we have I think 5 or 6 kids signed up for it. It was just make it fair for everybody.
Yeah.
Company I know, one of the companies I know said they'd help us out with the steaks, so they're gonna get me about 12 to 14 steaks. I'm gonna give them a final count probably Friday for see how many kids Q teams we have, and I'll grab them right after work, and they'll be in the cooler for the kids on Saturday to pick up.
Nice. College is asking, is the kids queue only steaks, or they could do whatever?
Only steaks.
Only steaks. Now, am I mistaken? But don't we have technically 3 jackpots? The kids queue, the chef's choice, and isn't there a sausage category?
Yes, sausage as well.
Okay.
Are you doing any of the jackpots, Mr. Maggs?
Well, I was planning on them. Definitely the sausage anyway. I was still working out the chef's choice thing, but you asked, we were having a conversation,
but
either on Friday or Saturday.
Because you've always said you wanted to see that other side of the room, so I said it'd be
And you asked me if I would be willing to do one of the jackpots and not the other. So what would you like me to do?
I don't know. That's your choice.
Okay. If I was to not do both jackpots, if I was only to do one jackpot,
we have to wait and see, because who's Brady going to do Kids Q with? Is it going to be you or Carlos?
It's going to be me.
Then you're not doing any of them, because you got to focus on him.
Kids Q is after that.
6 o'clock turn-in.
All right, then I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to cook sausages to eat for myself then. To hell with it.
Yep, because seeing him cook is just a joy to everybody.
Yeah. No, good point. I completely forgot that the Kids Q was the late turn-in on this one.
Because sausages 4, I believe, Chef Choice is 5, and Kids Q is 6. So if everything goes right, awards will be right about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
6:30. Yeah.
To get everything
Thanks,
done.
Chef. Appreciate it.
To get everything done, I'm hoping by like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So realistically, probably 7 o'clock to give me a half an hour, because people eating the Kids Q steaks and all that stuff, be able to get everyone's songs uploaded and everything, it takes about a half an hour. So realistically, probably at about 7 o'clock award start.
Nice. Okay. Well, we're only about what? What do you say? 72 hours away of doing it again?
72 to 86, depending on what day you show up.
If you put it that way, that sounds pretty sickening, actually.
We have people flying. You have Brian Fox is flying in. He won't be there until I think it's 6 o'clock Saturday.
Yeah.
But it'll be great to see more people coming out. This one is from Make-A-Wish, so it's a big fundraiser from Make-A-Wish.
Yes. You know, there is a dinner that tickets are available for.
Yep.
You know, so get those if you're interested in that spread.
Yep.
Greg Pino, have fun next weekend, boys. Dude, I wish you were coming, man. Do some more catching up. That was a good time. But all right, buddy. I think we both deserve a little bedtime.
Yep.
And try to charge these batteries up in the next, whatever, and get ready to drain them again.
It's okay. All worth it.
Nice. But all right, brother. Here we are. Leg 2. Coming your way.
Yep.
But thank you, brother. And like I said, I put a post out earlier today.
I saw it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You and Matt have busted your asses, and even a couple people behind the scenes, helping you guys out. But to make this happen, make this go off without a hitch, my hat's off to you. I'm proud of you. You guys did it. You put your heart and soul in it. It was a successful event, and you're off and running with it, brother.
All right, thank you.
Great job. I'm so fucking happy for you guys.
Thank you, Megs.
Nah. Okay, enough. Enough of this seasonal allergy bullshit. But all right, brother, go get some rest. I will catch up with you. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Not quite sure what we actually right now got going on for next week, but I figure I got a couple hours to figure out something.
I'll probably be taking a nap.
Yeah, you'll be taking a nap. I might be taking a nap. You never know on that one. 2 weekends in a row. Ooh, I might not be able to pull this off. I had to set an alarm to do this one. I set an alarm for 7:15 just to make sure.
Yep.
Sat down on the air conditioning in the couch and it's like, ooh, this might not be good. 7:15. Yep. But thank you all for tuning in. You never know, maybe some videos coming depending on Wi-Fi availability at the sites. And but yeah, so congratulations, Robert, heading to the Jack. Congratulations, everybody who walked and heard their songs. And till next weekend, we'll see you again. Until next week, keep the smoke rolling.